Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from group 1. However, before we begin, let me introduce our group.
Hi guys, my name is Aisyah Rani Farista.
Hi, I'm Dina Syarani Wulandari.
Hello everyone, my name is Fauzan Bustamante.
My name is Nabila Babrianti.
Namely Winda Lestari. Next, there is a table of contents. The first is background, the second is supporting information, the third is important, the fourth is factors, the fifth is impact, and the last is conclusion. In this video, we are going to explain the lack of reading literacy among students. The first is the background. Literacy plays a very important role in understanding the information and current. Low levels of literacy skills will greatly impact the information obtained and can increase the possibility of misinformation. Some of you may have often heard the term reading is a window to the world. This means how important reading is because it provides a lot of knowledge for humans. In this era of globalization, we can read physically or digitally. Therefore, we can read books anytime and anywhere. However, unfortunately, according to the National Library of Indonesian Reading Ambassador, Indonesian people interest in reading is very low compared to other countries. Literacy culture is still a problem for the Indonesian people in the current era of digitalization. This is, of course, very worrying because books are a window to knowledge. If human resources in a country lack interest in reading, then their knowledge will decrease. For example, we see more students playing games or social media than reading in their free time. Lack of reading literacy among students is a complex and multidimensional problem. Factors such as distraction from technology and tempting internet access, high learning loads, changing reading preferences, hectic lifestyles, lack of promotion of reading literacy, as well as the impact of information carrying technology, all play a role in reducing students' interest and time spent on read. The existence of certain social and cultural demands can also influence illiteracy tendencies among them. To overcome these challenges, cooperation from various parties is needed by implementing additional literacy programs, increasing the promotion of more active reading, building reading habits, and providing contextual and relevant reading materials. It is also important to emphasize the benefit of in-depth reading in developing students' knowledge and critical thinking.
So, I will discuss the data on this lack of reading next in Indonesia Reading Ranking. First, I have a survey was conducted by the Organization for Economical Cooperation and Development in 2018 in the Program for International Student Assessment or PASA. In the survey, Indonesia's literacy index number was in the most defective literacy countries. Indonesia occupies the 71st position out of the 77 countries. And then, a survey conducted by UNESCO ranked Indonesia second from the bottom in terms of world literacy, with only 0.001% of the population being regular readers. Indonesia ranked 74 out of 79 or 6 places from the bottom in the survey. Indonesia's reading interest is among the lowest in the world, with Indonesia ranked second from the bottom in terms of literacy levels. Based on data from UNESCO in 2016, Indonesia ranked 60 out of 61 countries in terms of reading interest. The last, Indonesia ranks 62 and 70 countries in terms of literacy levels according to data from the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization or UNESCO in 2021. Next, based on the search result, here is the data on reading interest among Indonesian university students. First, a student conducted on first semester psychology students at Diponegoro University found that reading is not yet a necessity for society, including university students. Second, a survey conducted by the University of Muhammadiyah Tangerang found that only 3% teenagers spend their time reading, while 61% prefer go out and 36% have various other activities such as watching TV. Third, according to an article from Day for Computerese Accountancy, the culture of reading among university students is declining due to development of technology. Last, I have an article from ISM Marsudirini Santa Maria Yogyakarta states that reading is not yet a fundamental and primary habit among university students. Overall, the data suggests that reading interest among Indonesian university students is low and declining due to various factors such as the development of technology. The survey shows that Indonesia has always been labeled as a country where people are not literate in culture, language, stupid, or lacking insight. This is because literacy is the basic of human intelligence, both intelligence, emotional, and spiritual, regardless of whether the last survey in 2022 or 2023 will show an upward trend. Indonesia will always remain in the lowest position, at least in the bottom 10. We can re-examine the result of this survey through two different perspectives. Therefore, students must be taught how important reading is, and nowadays there are also websites that provide reading literature, both fiction and non-fiction.
Of course, reading literacy has a very important role for students in several aspects that influence their intellectual development and abilities. First, reading literacy helps broaden students' horizon through reading books, articles, and various other literary sources. Students can explore various topics and point of view that they may not encounter in everyday life. Second, reading literacy helps in building critical thinking. When reading, students are invited to analyze, assess, and understand the information they encounter. This helps them develop critical thinking skills, think through claims, and make more informed decisions in academic and everyday life. Next, reading literacy also contributes to improve student communication skills. By reading various types of text, students will be more skilled at using word appropriately, understanding and conveying idea clearly. This is special benefit when they have to write essays, speak in public, or interact with other people. And the last, reading literacy helps in developing language skills. By reading quality books and writings, students will be exposed to the use of good and correct language. They can master vocabulary, understand complex grammar, and develop effective writing skills. In conclusion, reading literacy is a key aspect in a student academic. First, helping them broaden their horizon. Second, develop critical thinking, improve communication abilities, uh, and development the language skill necessary to success in various areas of life.
Factors affecting reading literacy for university students are very diverse. One of the main factors is technology and the inherently tantalizing access to the internet. Students are often distracted by social media, video games, and other digital content, which can reduce the time they spend reading books or more in-depth material. High learning loads are also important factor with coursework, exams, or another academic commitments forcing students to focus on their course material. In addition, changing reading preference also play a role with many college students preferring to read summaries or online articles rather than diving into longer textbooks. Busy lifestyles, certain social and cultural demands, as well as a lack of reading literacy promotion can also hinder student interest and ability in reading. In the face of this challenge, effort need to be made to raise awareness of the importance of reading literacy and motivate students to reading more actively outside of their academic curriculum. Reading literacy plays a very important role in the development and success of students in various aspects of their life. First, reading is the gateway to infinite knowledge. Students who love reading can explore different topics, discipline, and worldviews through books, articles, journals, and other reading sources. This helps them broaden their horizons and enable them to become more knowledge individuals. Secondly, reading literacy help in the development of critical and analytical thinking skill. Active reading encourages students to careful process, evaluate, and analyze information. Help them develop the ability to identify strong arguments, recognize bias, and understand different perspectives. These critical thinking skills are invaluable in pursuing successful academic studies and also in facing challenges in the real world. Third, reading literacy ensures student communication skills. Students who are skilled in reading often have better communication skill, but on written and oral forms. They can better organize their ideas, express them clearly, and communicate effectively to others. These skills are important in academic, professional, and social life. Fourth, reading also help in the development of more interest and comprehension.
So, everyone, let's move on to the next topic. It's about the impact of a lack of reading literacy. What do you think all? Lack of reading literacy among students has serious impacts. One of the impacts is a decline in the quality of education. Students who are not skilled at reading may have difficulty understanding complex academic material and keeping up with developments in their discipline. This may interfere with their ability to achieve highly in their studies. Additionally, a lack of reading literacy can harm their ability to think critically and analytically, skills that are critical in pursuing a successful career. Furthermore, in the current information era, Poor reading literacy can result in an ability to access and sort information found on social media and the internet, increasing the risk of spreading false or inaccurate information. Apart from that, the inability to read well can also limit students' opportunities to access broader knowledge, culture, and thinking. Therefore, a lack of reading literacy can have a negative impact on students' personal, academic, and professional development.
Next, to overcome the problem of lack of reading literacy among students, it's necessary to take a number of steps and solutions that can stimulate interest in reading and strengthen their literacy skills. First, educational institutions can introduce additional literacy programs or book clubs that encourage students to read and discuss the book they read. This can create an environment that support reading interest on campus. The second, lecturers and instructors can play an important role in increasing student reading literacy. They may make suggestions about reading material relevant and their major assign in-depth reading assessment or facilitate group discussion about specific reading material. In this way, they can motivate students to read more actively and understand the importance of reading literacy in an academic context. The third, they need to be a more active and effective campaign in promoting reading literacy among students. This can be through activities such as seminars, workshops, or literary programs outside the classroom. Campaign can help students realize the benefit of in-depth reading and how to it can improve their knowledge and abilities. 4. Parents also have a role in encouraging interest in reading among students, building a culture of reading from home an early age, providing access a variety of book and reading material, and discussing books with children can help foster a strong interest in reading from an early age. This will provide a solid foundation for future reading literacy skills. Overall, the solution to the lack of reading literacy among students involve collaboration between educational institutions, lecturers, students, and parents. With combined effort, students can build strong reading literacy skills that will provide long-term benefit in their personal and academic development. So, the conclusion is that lack of reading literacy among college students in a serious problem that can have a negative impact on their personal, academic, and professional development. Students who do not have good reading literacy may experience difficulties in understanding academic material, like critical thinking skills, and difficult in evaluating information in content in the current digital era. A high economy lot and the influence of technology can divert their attention from reading books and more in-depth material. To overcome this problem, joint effort are needed from educational institutions, lecturers, students, and parents to promote literacy, reading literacy, develop strong reading skills, and increase student interest in reading outside the academic curriculum. Increasing reading literacy among students is an investment in their future that will provide benefit in developing knowledge, critical thinking, and better communication skill. Thank you.